good morning, and welcome to the Brenda Perryman Show right here on TV 33 WHPR, Comcast 20 in Detroit, Comcast 90 in Oakland County in Detroit. I get that confused. And you could catch us on the World Wide Web at www.tv33whpr.com. Also on your app, on your phone, or on your iPad. And I have a fantastic show today. And remember, stay for right after because we have Table Talk right after this show. And we have some real issues. And I want some of the pensioners to call in too on my next show on Table Talk. So stay with us at 10. We have Table Talk. But right now we have my second guest is going to be Suzanne Losia. She wrote a book called The Arrangement about Chaldeans and arranged marriages and what her divorce caused in her community and family. I think that's very interesting. And next, or first and not least by any measure, is Kimmie Horn, my friend and superstar. How are you?
I am fantastic, Brendan. I was looking so forward to getting back here and talking to you.
Oh, girl. You are all over the place. Aren't you going to New York?
I am.
This is
Oh, it really, really is such an honor, and I am super excited because the whole promotion is behind Motor City in New York City. And myself, along with Gwen Fox, another
she's phenomenal.
fabulous
I got to
singer.
get her on my show.
Yeah, another fabulous singer and a very good friend of mine, and we are going down to New York to have a good time.
When are you going to be there?
July 3rd. No, I'm sorry. July 3rd. I had to think about that. But July 3rd, and we will be debuting at the Cutting Room, which is a historic, beautiful establishment there. And my show time is at 7:30 p.m., and then Gwen's is at 9:30 p.m. And, of course, we're going to get together and do a couple duets
together and turn the city out because everything starts with Detroit.
Yes.
Everything starts because when you think about the talent that has come out of Detroit,
exactly,
it is just amazing. Jazz artists, rock and roll artists, rhythm and blues, just everything.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll,
everything.
and some country.
For sure.
Has come out of Detroit. And when you say Detroit, people know that culturally that is our strong suit.
Yes.
It's the talent of the people here in Detroit.
It really is. And one of the things with the promotions that's done with Teresa Randleberry, who's doing a fabulous job. And it's just a lot of women.
How did you find her?
Well,
she found you.
She found me. Yeah, she found me, but it was really a match made in heaven because her spirit is so sweet. And she just brings a lot of women together, and they are like magazine writers and authors that are all tying into this big promotion, heading down from Motor City to New York City, and we're going there with a lot of love. We're not going to step on anyone's toes. We're coming in as singers, respecting the New York singers because New York is a major market as well.
Oh, it is, yeah.
In terms of creativity, in terms of just
But people
talent.
go to New York with their talent. They don't. Detroiters
are born and raised.
Yes,
this is true.
let's just be honest. Now, didn't you go to Chatsey?
No, I went to Redford High School.
Redford.
Red and gray, Huskies now.
And Meyer pretty soon.
I know. But you know what? The wonderful thing, though, about that is that with Redford High School, our students, all the alumni, we are really close. We keep in touch with each other.
I was at one of your shows, and a bunch of them were there.
Yeah. Yes, they really are big supporters of mine, and I'm really proud of that because when I performed at our reunion, our class reunion for all the 80s. It was just so remarkable how many students came up to me and like, Kimmie, you're like the most successful one out of Redford High School. And I just thought I was so honored to hear that. That was really cool.
But you're so humble. You're very humble. And I appreciate that, and people appreciate that, and that adds to your class.
Well, Thank you for that. But I truly, truly love what I do,
I
and I
know.
really count my blessings to be able to do this for 27 years
Ladies and
professionally.
gentlemen, I met her in the early 90s.
Early
So
90s.
yes, when you were with David Miles
That's
and
right.
Milestones, I was still doing poetry,
That's right. That's right.
and just amazing. And she looks the same.
Oh,
I, di-
bless your
you
heart.
know, the fountain of youth. Some of us spread out a little bit as the years go on. She still has that magnificent figure and that magnificent voice. So why don't
Thank
you
you.
let's give a little bit of history because I know the history
Hmm.
about you and your brother and your musical
Oh,
family and everything and the
yes.
last name Horn.
Yes, definitely. I am from a very musical family. My dad was a professional musician and also a singer. Of course, the great movie icon and singer Miss Lena Horne. We are descendants of the Horne family. And my oldest brother now, who really got me back into the music industry, he is now on my show, and we sing together all the time, and he does a fabulous job. And I just feel so proud that we are continuing to carry that Horn legacy name. And I'm truly now proud to add to my repertoire that I will be producing my first artist under my record label, Sepia Tone Records,
Really?
my brother, Tony Horn. How special
Oh
is
my
that?
God, because
The
I've
same.
seen Tony.
Oh my God,
Uh-huh.
he
He
is,
is
and
bad.
he is so talented. And really, my dad used to, because he's the oldest in the
Yes.
family, and my dad always had him kind of peeked out as this is the one in the family that was going to be the singer. I wasn't even thinking about singing at that time. I was thinking about majoretting and doing jazz dance and journalism. That was really my goal in life, to be an anchor woman after looking and learning so
Did
much
you
from Dinah
ever do
Lewis.
anything with the journalism? Did you ever write?
I write songs, and one of the things that I do, the journalism field comes up every day in my life now. It really is a part of the field, because doing this interview here today,
And you've
and
been in the papers, you've been
yes,
in all sorts of media.
yes, so it definitely is, it's connected. It's connected. So yes, I do use still the media aspect.
And you just came back from Japan not too long ago.
Oh yes, I sure did.
Tell the
And
audience how many years you've been going to Japan.
well, I learned when I got there that it was 20 years. One of my dearest friends, Izumi, he said, Kimmie-san, you've been coming here for 20 years. And I said, 20 years? Are you sure? And I immediately, start getting emotional, because you start reflecting on all the years and all of the things that I learned overseas, from singing in Japanese, from speaking in Japanese, from just building such a huge Japanese following. Whereas when I started, it was small. It was one city, two cities. Now we're up to a 7-city tour. So
And
it's
so
just
you end up staying over there how long?
2 months. I
That's
was there
what,
for two
right,
months.
right,
I
right.
was there for 2 months. That's a long
Because I,
time.
I booked this interview while she was in
You
Japan.
sure did.
And you know what you got to do now.
Excuse me.
You know what you got to do.
Uh-oh, what
You
is
got
that?
to sing that na da 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 da.
Oh,
I mean,
oh,
show
oh.
the audience.
Oh,
I
yes.
love this.
Yes, this is one of well, I love this song, number one, because the melody is so beautiful. Isn't it a beautiful
It makes
melody?
me choke up.
Yeah, and we have a version of it that Taste of Honey did here, and it was
Yes.
sukiyaki.
Hmm.
But in Japanese, she would say Ue uite alako namare ga korbone nai yo ni omoadasu halo no hi ito ibo oshi no yoru. Isn't that a beautiful? I love that
Everybody in the
melody.
studio, let's get, I mean,
And I did bring you something special back too. I brought you a little geisha girl right there, just
oh,
because you're just so
oh,
special.
this is lovely. Oh,
Just a
geisha
little, yeah, it's just
girl.
a little
Do
token.
have you ever, I guess you have been around the company of geishas.
Oh my
Can you
gosh.
tell us a little about them since you gave me this?
Yes, there is three different
Thank you.
type of geishas. There is Geico, Michael, and full geisha girl, which means that they're older, the older geisha girls. But
Yes.
they usually start about
They're not
13.
called geisha women when they get a certain age. They're,
Well, well, they call them. Well, I don't even. That's a good one.
I mean, I was
Yeah,
just
right.
thinking.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, they probably do call them. They call themselves geisha women, but I think I think people still call them
Geisha
geisha girls.
girls.
But yeah, it's three different types of geisha, and I've had the great fortune of just hanging out with them all. You know, I even put a collage up on my Facebook page that had all the different geishas and throughout my history there, along with the sumo wrestlers. So
Oh, wow.
I've even gone as far as to do the whole geisha full makeup, everything from the painted white face to the lips and full geisha outfit and everything. I look just like that geisha doll I just gave you.
Well, is their mission to serve men, or what? What is the mission of the geisha girl?
You know, they really are highly, highly respected. And first of all, they are.
Everybody can't be a geisha.
No, everybody cannot be a geisha. I mean, you have to speak several different languages. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
they have to be highly intelligent. You know, they go to school and they start schooling those geisha girls while they're small, very small. And not only they speak different languages, they have to know all about the world events so they can be able to have conversations. You know, and yes, they do. They are very serving. You know, in terms of hosting their clients.
They seem to be impeccable.
They are so impeccable. I mean, even to the point to when I was made up as a geisha girl, I found out then that because they took me through the streets and they were walking me through the streets and I was having a great time, but you know, I was extremely taller than everybody else, right? So I had so many tours like taking pictures, and as they were taking pictures, I was smiling and hey, Ohio, Gazaimasta, Ohio. And one of the ladies that made me up, she said, Kimmie-san, geisha girl never show teeth. You know,
Oh,
and I was
really?
really, and when she said, I said, you know, you're right. I never, because whenever they smile, they,
Yeah, yeah.
but I was like,
But you just
Ohio,
gritted out it.
Ohio. I was just so excited. I even teared up because that was one of the things that was on my bucket list. I really wanted to get that done. From just going to, you know, Japan so many years, there's certain things that you just have to experience.
Wow. Now River Days is this weekend.
Yes, indeedy. River Days is Saturday, June 21st, but that comes after
Well,
the big show at the
Yes,
Steinway
we're going to talk about
Gallery.
that in just a moment because I think River Days starts today, right?
Yes, it does start
And
today.
it ends Sunday.
Sunday or
evening?
no, I think it's Monday. I
Monday.
think Monday it is.
I have no idea, but so many people are down there.
Oh yes, it is a lot of different artists down there. I know that on the particular night that I'm performing on Saturday, my show is at 6:30, and then following me will be Blackstreet, you
And
know, and then following them would be Guy with Aaron Hall. So I am looking forward to. I always just like last year when I did the River Days, I did. Not last year, year before last, I opened for Shaka Khan, and then also I opened for MC Hammer. And I always look
wow.
at it like with these different artists coming into Detroit, which is my city, I love to welcome them on the Detroit stage.
Absolutely.
You know, so I'm excited to welcome Blackstreet and Guy to Detroit.
And Aaron Hall. With
Yes,
Aaron
and
Hall.
Aaron
I
Hall.
mean, that's amazing.
That really is. And Teddy Riley, too. You
Well,
know,
yes,
Riley
he
is
ain't
gonna
no
be
slouch.
yeah, he's going to be with Blackstreet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
I mean, this takes me back to the early 90s.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Great material. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a really, and Saturday is supposed to be a good weather day too.
Right. And then tomorrow, which is Saturday, we are on the show together. We will
Yes,
be at the
finally.
Steinway Gallery
Yes.
out it's Haggerty. No, it's right past Haggerty. It's
Maple.
Maple and Commerce.
Maple and Commerce.
I
I know
think
it's
it's-
Commerce Township.
Yes, Maple and the Steinway Piano Gallery, which is a beautiful location, and it's an intimate um, venue for performances.
Mm.
I've been doing it every month for the last 6 months.
Mm.
And I'm the MC, and of course, I do poetry. And then
Sure.
I introduce Miss Kimmie Horn. And then right after that, we have a Q&A where you can ask her anything you need to ask her.
Yes.
And it's just a wonderful event given as a benefit for In Accord, which is Al McKenzie, the
Yes.
great Al McKenzie's organization for youth, to go to Interlochen and really heighten their training because they've taken so much of the arts out of the
Mm.
schools
Sure. Yeah.
and everything. So artists have had to step up
Yes.
and make sure these young people get their training. And tickets are only $10,
Yes.
only $10. And this is a venue that is intimate, it's comfortable, and I sure love it. I love it because you're the last one for this year, and
Yes.
I'm
And
excited about
I
it.
am so excited about it too, and just like I mentioned earlier about with in terms of entertainers like and singers, and we're performing all the time, and sometimes it's very difficult to get together, but we are truly celebrating like Gwen Fox and I going to New York together. But I'm also celebrating the fact that coming into the Steinway Gallery and having Al McKenzie as the musical director, him and his band. I mean, we're teaming up after not singing together for a long time.
I
So
know.
I am really looking forward to being with the maestro himself
I
too.
know
You
that you
know,
know that guy can play.
he really can
Golly.
play. He is
In
so
fact,
wonderful.
he's doing my album.
Is he really?
Yes, I laid down the tracks of my poetry.
Okay, I didn't
You
know
know it
you.
wasn't singing.
I didn't know.
Oh,
You
she knew
never
it.
know. The last
She,
time I was here, we
well,
sang
we
a little
gotta
bit
say
together.
good morning, heartache. You old gloomy sight. Don't get me started. Good morning, heartache. Seems we said goodbye last night. Oh, I got off key. Golly, I need you to
I
keep me.
tossed and turned until you seen me am
I'm gone.
gone. But here
Here
you
you
are
are
with
with
the
the
dawn. See,
dawn.
I know you can say, have them do your track for singing too, Brenda. Go ahead and
Oh
do
well,
it.
I mean, he made a smart crack about that, but I do
Yeah,
have a CD coming out pretty soon,
good.
and everything. You know,
Congratulations.
I used to say, I'm retired from teaching,
Mm,
and during the teaching career, I was still performing
mm-hmm,
and all of
sure.
this stuff. And then I said, well, maybe I'm too old to be doing this stuff. But then I thought about Tina Turner, and I said, maybe I'll be on stage. No, I'm just kidding.
But you know what? You're never too, you can never get too old, especially for entertainment and for singing. I believe. I just had to, I was so touched at all this time. Diana Ross has been a really a mentor of mine, and certain singers that, artists like myself from Detroit, and having an artist like Diana Ross, the original diva from Detroit, I got a chance to go see her. And let me
At
tell
Freedom
you,
Hill,
at Freedom Hill,
I
and
heard she turned it out.
let me tell you something. She's celebrating 70 years old, and I'm not putting anything out there that is not already out there. She looked fabulous. She still sounds fabulous, just like she does on the record, and better. She sang. She said, "Lady sings the blues. I'm gonna sing this song." The great thing was everybody's around like, "What is she gonna sing?" I said, "Good morning, heartache." Somebody said, "God bless the child." My man, he don't. Everybody's talking.
Yeah.
She came out. She said, "Don't explain." Oh my gosh, she sounded so great. And then I have to tell this story. I'm confessing, okay? I am an artist. I've been out here performing, but I turned into a little kid. When I had to get ready to leave. So as I was leaving, it was just before she did reach out and touch. So as I'm leaving past the stage, you guys, she walks past, and right at the stage, in between the speaker, she had just stepped out of the light. She's in between the speaker and just before you disappear behind the stage. And I was like, "Diana," because she was right there. And my hair is big, and her hair is big. And when I got her attention, and we looked at each other. It meant something to me. I'm telling you, it's like I was looking in the mirror, and I was like, "I love you."
Well, it
And
was a
she, you know,
full circle moment.
it really was a full circle moment, and I'm all set now. I'm all set. It's just that was something that was really, really special to me, and I think that I love what she does. I love who she is, and I love that
She's done it her way.
she's done it
She's
her
done it
she's
her
done it
way.
her way, and I respect her because what she did out there on the stage, it was flawless. She has so much class. She changed about 4 different times. It
Really?
was freezing out there. She never complained about the cold. And as a, it's sometimes you
That
can't
does
help it that
something to your voice.
she was a trooper. So anyway, that's my Diana Ross story.
Well, you
More to
notice I
see,
used the boss on
the
my pre-show. I don't know. It's something about that song. And Diana Ross was really a part of my childhood growing up in the
yes,
60s. I have the Supremes' very first song, Butter Popcorn, and Remember
really,
that your heart belongs to me. But anyway, I won't sing it. My voice, my throat. But she is very special. And I was telling
yes.
Michelle, my producer, yesterday about how they had her on TV last week. She had gotten off the plane and they were taking her through off, in a wheelchair.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
when she saw the cameras, honey, she got up and started walking, you
See,
know.
that's what I'm saying. Little things that just as a performer seeing another performer, class and professionalism from the little things, like her not mentioning nothing about the cold. And I heard a little something in her throat. She never said anything. She just went through like a trooper. And it's like, I love her. I
But they
love her.
learned to do that with
Yes.
Motown.
Yes.
Under so many circumstances,
Yes.
they had to end up performing. And you still have that professional ability. But
Yes.
all entertainers these days don't.
Yeah, yeah, but it's something that,
You care
I,
about your
oh,
audience.
I care about my audience and I care about the way I represent myself. I really think that is so important. If it's showtime, if people are coming to see a show, then you should look like you are a show to me. That's
Hmm.
my opinion, but that's that whole Motown history of what I really have grasped to. And I take that as that, that's my school. That's so many of our schools of,
Hmm.
entertainment.
If you're going to perform, you have to dress.
You have to dress.
And that is so important. And it really bothers me sometimes. It shouldn't, because it's an artistic thing. People dress the way they
Yeah, and
want. But,
to
but,
represent who they are. But this everything.
everything has to jive. I think
Yeah.
that your outfit, your whole countenance is important.
Yes.
What about a singer who gets up there and didn't care how they dress? That becomes a distraction from their performance.
Mm-hmm.
It does, but I mean, you're always impeccable, always something sharp.
Oh well, thank you.
You're
It's something.
always
It's a it's
something
a
sharp.
it's a daily working process. I mean, even in terms of with the workout program. I mean, it's a daily grind. I love
You
it.
work out?
Oh, every day. I mean, every day I have
Mm.
3 gyms, and then I love being outside and working out as well. Because the endurance that you have to have when you're on stage, from breathing and singing, and like especially with concerts like River Days and these big concerts that you have to work the stage, and all of that ties into the whole essence of who you are as a performer. Because we are our instrument.
So, do you have any more performances coming up here after
Oh.
River Days?
Oh yes, I have several outdoor festivals like in Lathrop Village, Canton Festival. I have Farmington Hills Festival. I have Paradise Valley that I'm looking forward to participating in again this year
Really?
with Johnny Washington down at Hart Plaza. So I'm looking forward to that because that's a historic moment too.
Right.
And I do all of my tributes to like Billie Holiday and
Dinah
Sarah Vaughan and
Washington.
Dinah Washington,
Dinah Washington.
Lena Horne. I'll do Stormy Weather. I mean, I'm just looking so forward to that because we really tell the story of the history.
Well, we have to keep this music alive.
Yes, yes.
And tomorrow, which is the 21st of June, we'll be at the Steinway Gallery,
Mhm.
Steinway Gallery, Piano Gallery.
Mhm.
And we'll be there at 3 o'clock. The show starts at 3 o'clock. So I hope you can join us.
Mm.
And Kimmie, I know you're going to be singing all day tomorrow because
I
you have
am.
River Days and everything. In fact, you're getting ready to go to rehearsal, aren't
I
you?
am. I'm going to rehearsal right after this. But I love it. I love
Yeah.
just moving,
That's
moving it forward, because it's all good and it's all tied into what it is that I do and what I strive for. And so it's full circles almost every day that I come into that reminds me of this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
It is. And
You
you're
know.
supposed to do what God gives you the talent to do.
Yes, yes, indeed. Thank you.
So remember, join us tomorrow.
Yes.
Or join Kimmie down at River Days tomorrow evening. I mean, yeah, tomorrow evening at
Tomorrow
what
evening
time?
at
6?
6:30. 6:30 is
6:30?
my show time.
Oh, okay. Be there or be square. And Kimmie, thank you once again.
Oh,
I
thank
want you to
you.
stay tuned for my next guest. Suzanne is going to blow your mind.
I want to share some, I like to call it good home.
Oh, there she is
So
singing.
often when I'm overseas or out of town, and when I get a little homesick and I miss my family, I will always think about my family, so I take pictures and stuff like that, so I won't get too homesick. But one of the things that really keeps my
Oh,
heart
that's-
warm, makes me feel real safe, is the music.
This is a
that I love.
performance by Kimmie.
I'm talking about songs that my dad used to listen to from Sam Cooke and Nat King Cole and all those songs just ring in my soul. As a young child, still growing up today, I still use them just for that. So warm my soul. So I want to share that with you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because I am a native Detroiter, and we're in Detroit. So I'm going to sing this to you, my hometown. Here we go. That's the sound of a man working on a chain. Yeah, yeah. That's the sound of a man working on a chain. Yeah. That's the sound of a man working on a chain. Yeah, yeah. That's the sound of a man working on a chain. Yeah. See, well, I don't know much about history. I don't know much about biology. Don't know much about science.